What happens when the most explosive season in women's sports history might not happen at all? Right now, as you're watching this, the entire 2026 WNBA season hangs in the balance. Training camps are supposed to open in just 70 days. The schedule's been released. Tickets are on sale. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers. Two new expansion teams ready to debut. It's supposed to be the league's 30th anniversary celebration. But there's one problem. The players in the league can't agree on who gets paid what. And for the first time in WNBA history, a strike is actually on the table. This isn't just another contract dispute. This is the fight that will define women's professional basketball for the next decade. And the clock is ticking. If you want daily WNBA updates and breaking news as this story unfolds, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button for WNBA Shorts. We cover everything happening in women's basketball every single day. Let me paint you a picture of where we are right now. February 7th, 2026. Just yesterday, after 6 weeks of radio silence, the WNBA finally submitted a new proposal to the Players Union. 6 weeks. The players have been waiting since late December for a response to their offer. Union President Nneka Agwamike walked out of a 3-hour meeting earlier this week and told reporters, "No, sorry, we can't talk." That's silence. That's tension you can cut with a knife. Here's what makes this moment so unprecedented. The old collective bargaining agreement expired back on October 31st, 2025. They extended it once, then twice. Then on January 9th, they just let it expire. Now they're operating in what's called status quo, which sounds peaceful, but it's anything but under status quo. Either side can trigger a work stoppage at any moment. The players have already voted to authorize a strike when necessary. And the league? They released a full season schedule like everything's fine, selling tickets to games that might never be played. It's the ultimate game of chicken, with millions of dollars and the future of women's basketball on the line. And here at WNBA Shorts, we're tracking every development. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any updates on this critical situation. So what are they actually fighting about? In one word, everything. But it all comes down to one central question. How do you divide up a pie that's growing faster than anyone ever imagined? The last time these sides made a deal was January 2020. Back then, the maximum salary in the WNBA was $215,000. Caitlin Clark, the biggest star in women's basketball, made just $78,066 last season on her rookie contract. For comparison, the NBA minimum salary is over $1 million. But here's where it gets complicated. The WNBA isn't the NBA. Not yet. The league says they're investing heavily. Charter flights, 5-star hotels, upgraded facilities, better medical care, security. All the things players have been asking for. And all that costs money. The league's latest offer would guarantee a maximum base salary of $1 million in 2026, potentially reaching $1.3 million through revenue sharing, and growing to nearly $2 million over the life of the agreement. That's a massive jump. We're talking about salaries quadrupling, but the players say that's not good enough. Not anymore. See, the league wants to pay players a percentage of net revenue, meaning profits after all expenses are paid. The league's previous proposal offered players over 70% of net revenue. Sounds generous, right? Here's the catch. After you pay for all those charter flights, hotels, and arenas, how much is actually left? The players want 30% of gross revenue instead. The money before expenses. No creative accounting. No moving goalposts. Just a straight percentage of every dollar that comes in. As one player told ESPN, "You want Applebee's and I want Chipotle. We can't even figure out what our order is." This is exactly the kind of in-depth WNBA analysis you will get on this channel. If you're not subscribed to WNBA Shorts yet, do it now. We break down the business side, the player side, and everything in between. This week, I watched Elizabeth Williams, Secretary of the Players Union, speak from Turkey, where she's playing overseas during the WNBA offseason. She talked about urgency, about how the players don't feel that same urgency from the league. "I think the league has operated from a place of comfort and complacency," she said. "They released the season schedule without our CBA being negotiated. They're just very confident in what they've put out. Think about that. The league is so confident the players will cave that they've already printed schedules and started selling tickets. Meanwhile, over 40 players joined Monday's negotiating session via video call. Nneka Agwamike was there in person. So were Alicia Clark, Brianna Turner, Stephanie Dolson. Union VPs Nafisa Collier and Kelsey Plum had travel issues, but joined remotely, along with Brianna Stewart. This isn't just about money for these women. It's about respect. It's about being valued. Caitlin Clark said it best on NBC last week. This isn't just a big moment for the WNBA. I think all of women's sports. This is one of the biggest moments we've ever had. She's right. Because here's what's changed. Everyone's watching now. The 2025 season shattered attendance records. TV ratings exploded. Investment poured in. 2 new expansion teams paid massive fees to join. Toronto and Portland are ready to debut. The WNBA is having its moment, and the players know it. Brianna Stewart said on her podcast, "We're prepared to not play, but we don't want to. We want to play. That's the tension. They want to play, but they're willing to walk away if they don't get what they deserve." Real quick, if you appreciate this level of coverage on the WNBA, show some love by hitting that like button and subscribe to WNBA Shorts if you haven't already. We're building the biggest community of WNBA fans on YouTube, and we want you to be part of it. Here's where the pressure really builds. May 8th, season opener. April 25th, preseason games begin. April 19th, training camps open. April 13th, WNBA draft. Before any of that can happen, they need to 1. Finalize a new CBA. 2. Hold an expansion draft for Portland and Toronto. 3. Conduct free agency, and here's the kicker. Because massive salary increases are expected, 80% of the league's players are free agents this year. Every veteran except 2, Lexi Brown and Kalani Brown, can sign anywhere. This is the biggest free agency in WNBA history, and it can't start until there's a new CBA. The last time they negotiated a deal, it was announced in mid-January 2020, but it took another month to get everything implemented. If that timeline holds, and they finalize something today, free agency might not start until early March. We're already in February. The math isn't mathing. Alicia Clark said after Monday's meeting, "At the end of the day, we're human beings. Face-to-face conversation goes a long way." Tina Charles, the veteran center now playing in Athletes Unlimited, kept it simple. "I just hope both sides can reach a deal. That's what everybody wants. That's what the fans want." And listen, we're going to be covering every single step of free agency when it happens. Every signing, every trade rumor, every team building their roster. Make sure you're subscribed to WNBA Shorts and have notifications turned on so you don't miss a single move. So where does this leave us? As of right now, Friday evening, February 7th, 2026, the WNBA has finally submitted its latest proposal. The players are reviewing it. Both sides say they're confident a deal will get done, but confidence doesn't equal certainty. The next few weeks will determine whether we get the WNBA season we've all been waiting for. Caitlin Clark's third year, Paige Bueckers' rookie debut, the Clark-Bueckers rivalry everyone's been dreaming about since college, Aya Wilson going for another MVP, the Aces chasing another championship, Portland and Toronto bringing women's basketball to new cities. Or whether we get something we've never seen before, a WNBA work stoppage. This is more than basketball. This is about how we value women's labor. It's about whether the fastest growing league in American sports will share that growth with the athletes who made it possible. It's about setting a precedent that will echo across all of women's sports. In the coming days, watch what happens. Because history is being written right now, in conference rooms and on video calls between players scattered across the globe, and executives try and balance growth with profit. The WNBA has never lost a single game to a strike. That streak is either about to continue or it's about to end. Either way, we'll all remember where we were when this story reached its conclusion. The question is, which end are we going to get? Before you go, 3 quick things asterisk. First, subscribe to WNBA Shorts if you haven't already. We're your daily source for everything WNBA. Second, smash that like button if you found this breakdown helpful. Third, drop a comment below. Do you think the players should get 30% of gross revenue? Do you think there will be a strike? I want to hear your thoughts. I'll be back tomorrow with more WNBA news and analysis. Until then, this is WNBA Shorts, and I'll see you in the next one.